I'm back here with another tutorial and exactly how to get the undercover cop cars. As you may have seen, I do have all 4 of them. Now, exactly on how to get them is actually pretty simple. You got to make sure you do have grass streets to pick up. If you've fully completed your game, that's okay. There is another way. It's just a little bit more harder. Like, this is just the fastest and quickest way, in my opinion, on actually how to get the cars. As you actually get them from FIB themselves. So, exactly on how to get it from the FIB as grassroots to pick up. Somehow the feds already know that you are going to go and pick up stuff. Right, you're going to go pick up weed. And the weed is kind of illegal to pick up. So, exactly on how to go get the car. Just to show you some of the vehicles that you can actually get from this. So, now, where is it? I just have to wait for that certain call to come in. Because one does sit around here as well. Okay, so... waiting for him to call him up. Gotcha, there we go. So, this is what you'd see. You'll come across this one car right here. As you can see, they are feds. They are most certainly FIB. It's out of that car if you want that car there. Which, the most 2 common colours are the ones that are spawning in right now. Which is the silver and the blue. These are the 2 most common colours you are going to come across. But if you want the red and all that you got to do is just fail the mission, like what I'm going to do just so. Just fail it, buddy. And then choose to retry. Then get out of your vehicle. Then what you want to do after getting out of the vehicle is come straight back around, and every time that you see that silver one, okay, which I'm going to say is a nice silver indeed, just keep checking the second car, as the second car could change up the colors. As you see right here, we now have the red and the silver. Now what I want to do, blow that up. Okay, now what I want to do is just blow myself up quick smart, as the objective was me to blow myself up with the car, but oh well, doesn't matter if you blow yourself up before the car, after the car. So I've already just shown you 3 of the 4 colours that you can get. The other one is the black one, which I do have, which is the toughest one in my personal opinion on how to spawn, and there you have it. It's now spawned in. The black one usually spawns in with the red one. At times you might get the silver and black. At times you might get the red and blue, red and black. Any of that, you might get it. Like right now, I've got I've just got a rarest one, a double black actually. I ain't gonna keep any of these cop cars. No. So that's how you get the undercover police cruiser. The first way on how to actually get it. So now where's something that I can use just to, okay, so I'm just going to use their car for a quick sec on how to spawn in the other one, because at times you do need a cop car to spawn a cop car in.
Units reporting at 245 in, southern Marietta Heights.
Okay, I've just got rid of my wanted level, as you can see. Now what I want to do is just take one of the 2 police cars, which is what I have done right here.
Officers report A503 in, South Batavia.
I really should have made sure they were out of the car when I'd done it. So now we do have a bit of a damaged police car, but that's okay. I'll just take that. There we have it. Now we have our undercover police cruiser, so that's what you want to do to get the undercover car. is just make sure you got that certain mission, may I say. It is right there in this alleyway, so before you even get the mission, I do recommend, like, straight after grassroots, even before grassroots, because now that undercover car is actually going to be floating around. What I recommend you to do, because we know where they're going to spawn. One's going to spawn right here, so I suggest putting points of interest on whereabouts they're going to actually spawn, like what I've done. Because now the police, or well in this case, the feds, they're going to be driving around. So we've got FIB now driving around in our streets. May I say, that is what I call a good day's worth of work. Getting the feds to actually cruise around. So now, soon we've got them to spawn in, we might also be able to unlock another Easter egg, which the Easter egg is if you don't do the mission correctly, but fail the mission and get the feds to drive around, like what I've done, I'm pretty sure they will stay driving around even after you fail the mission. So what I've just gone and done now is gone away from the mission area altogether. As you can see right here, we are in one of the two blacks, which is actually a rather good car. Right, after that, to actually keep the cop car, what you want to do is what I'm going to show you. Talking about it, we're in another area where the cop car can also spawn. That's right, it also does spawn here, so if you think you've seen incorrectly, as well as guys, just ignore the gibberish from Apex. He's just been fucking a gibberish. He's just been a fucking drama queen. Obviously, some people have not also seen the memo today that if you're also doing glitches in GTA Online, you have a 95% chance of being banned now. So yeah. There we go. What you just want to do is fail it there. Then after that, exit, yes. So see, I've exited. There we go. We've got ourselves our undercover cop car. Now what I want to do, you can choose to store it in any of your sheds. Me personally, I've already got all cars, so I don't really need this one. But let's just say if you want to store it at your house, go up to one of your houses, depends on where you live. I do recommend storing this car, as this is a very, very hard one to find. I'm only keeping that just in case if the glitch that I showed you the other day about on how to, well, yesterday I'm pretty sure, on actually how to customize the police vehicles, just in case of that transparency and says, yeah, no, I'm now out of here. So as you can see right there, now we basically are an undercover cop.
What took you so long to call?
I'm just going to abandon the car now. What I'm going to do after this is pretty much just go and modify one of my other undercovers. Sadly, this method on how to get the undercover police car, you will not be able to modify it straight away. What you would want to do, I said, is fail the mission first. I do recommend you actually owning the police vehicles like me, how I own all the police vehicles right here. As you can see, they did get slightly different with their modifications. For example, one has different colored rims. They do get the custom wheels. They actually have been lowered. Pretty sure they've been lowered. As well as the red and the blue one are also turbocharged. They do have, I'm pretty sure, 100% armor in them as well. As well as if you want to get like a cool montage going on with the police vehicles that you do have, I do recommend you doing this as well. Well, I'm probably going to be doing this a couple of times before the videos if I'm in my shed. Especially if you do like want to see custom montages and all that. Sadly, it does not change up the light setups. That is something that it does not do. As you can see, they are all going in the same patterns. It would have been cool to actually have a custom light setup as well. But I guess it is a police vehicle, so yeah. So now what you want to... So now, while talking on the topic of police vehicles, if you missed out on one of my other live streams, just to go back on that other topic on how to customize them, because it seems we are doing a live stream all about police vehicles today and taxis and stuff like that, mainly police vehicles. So after you save your vehicles, the other police vehicles are more easier to get, may I say. Sadly about the FIB Buffalo, you can't really get them, but hopefully in the December update they'll bring them to online, as well as a area where you can customize the police vehicles. Then I'll be going through exactly how customizable a cop car could really be. Because what I'm doing right now is simply just modding it up. You can choose to do it as any character. I'm going to be doing this as all 3 of my characters, so depends if Michael's out or not. I do recommend, if you want to keep all cars, to have all 3 characters, because there is a fair few cars. There is around about there is around about 12 to 13 odd vehicles, I gotta say myself, so there is actually a fair few of them. As well as when it comes to this, okay, so those others have a level 3 engine. This is going to be coming out with a level, so that's going to come out with a level 4, so exactly how to modify the police vehicles. I usually have that horn just as an example horn, so yep. I'm gonna actually try to see if I can change the color to, let's say, more of an orange type of cop car. See if that's actually even possible. The things that mainly gives those cop cars away is some of the things like, you know, the fact that its lights are showing inside half of the time. So we will be trying to change the car up to make it more high. I'm not really a cop car, but I don't look to more of a high. I look like a cop. I don't look like a cop car, but you'd be surprised. I will try my hardest to get them completely decked out if I have to. You know, like I'm going to be maxing out this car anyway.
You're gonna want to watch the clutch.
So we're now going to go for muscle, because this thing does love putting muscle rims on the car. So yeah, we'll be trying to put them on the car. So we will be going for an orange as well. So yeah, try to get the police vehicle as orange as we can, as well as we will be trying to put bulletproof tires on it as well, may I say. So at times your bulletproof tires would work, at times they're just like, yeah, nah, I'm not going to work. So now after you get your car done, as you can see right here, I've got a nice orange R35. What I want to do is just quickly go straight back to my shed where my police vehicles are. After that, as you can hear the turbo auto kicking in. So as you can see right here, I'm just going to quickly go back to my shed. this is the main method that does work. I'd show you what happens if you do it with the wrong type of vehicle. I will not be doing it with a personal one, or if you do it wrong, I won't be doing it with a personal, as you do end up losing your vehicles. Okay, let's get this show on the road over here. So let's just quickly go over here. Now, after that, what I want to do is quickly go up to the shed. This is where it gets interesting, as well as... Ooh, okay, so we're going to be doing... Okay, so I'm going to show you what happens if you do this wrong with this one. As like I said, I've already got a cop car, so... I've already got one of these, so... So next up, you want to go to here. If you get it wrong, I will show you exactly what happens, but it's a higher chance of you actually passing and succeeding this, so I'm just going to show you what happens if you go that little bit too deep or that little bit too far, and your character gets out when you come back in. Or if you leave it for a bit too long with the glitch, if you get what I mean, guys. So if you leave it a bit too long, the character will just get out of the car to save themselves and ignore the car, pretty much. But that's okay with this one, as like I said, we don't own this one, so it doesn't really bother us what we do with this one. This is just a spare, and I've got unlimited amounts of spares, because I also do recommend you, with grassroots to pick up, the one that I just showed you, I do recommend you actually keeping that mission, not getting rid of it, as that's the fastest and easiest ways exactly on how to get an undercover car. So, how I would usually do it. So, we went in a bit, as you can see, I went in a way too deep. So now, hover around a bit, then leave as that character. Let Michael do his little thing. Now, time for me to go do something else that I actually need to do. Where is his bloody wife's car? That thing is annoyingly chrome. So he takes $5 grand out of his father's bank account.
You haven't paid me back the last 100 I gave you.
Okay, so let's now grab our random car off the road.
Excuse me.
Somehow Amanda is at 4 different locations at once. Some bloody hell. Next up, what you want to do is go straight to your LSC. Well, as you can see, I've already completed the game by having 26 million each for all the characters, 27 million. So with this part, I'm now going to slowly build up the car. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just... Okay, with the colour, I do recommend going fast, especially if you're on a blue, so... Well, actually, you know what? Let's go for dark blue. Where are you? Now dark blue, because this is a pretty long way down, so that I do recommend going a bit faster for. But I do recommend altogether doing this pretty damn rapidly, like, you know... So you don't got what I'm going to be copying, unless if it does customize, and then I'm actually going to be pretty much disappointed, because on this part is also another one how to actually lose your cop cars. So that's put, yeah, that's put them on there. And that, there we go. So we've got our maxed out car. Now I'm just going to cruise around as this character for a little bit. Okay, up here should be good enough. Hover it in a little bit. Now switch. Now if I'm correct, we should have lost the cop car, but oh, okay, so that just backfired and we accidentally customized it. So if you got this same type of thing, so actually the longer it takes, I've actually got the wheels that I wanted on it too. So actually the longer you take, the more custom your car is. So here's another one.
Hey, bro, what's happening?
Hi, Franklin. I'm calling to tell you I'm getting married.
Shit, I knew that.
I mean, like, tomorrow.
Oh, shit, okay.
You know, you will find someone, Franklin. But before that, you gotta grow up. I mean, seriously. You didn't want to hang out with Lamar because he was too crazy. But, well, do you really think you moved on from craziness?
Look, thanks for the lecture, all right? But listen, I'm happy for you.
John 18, dispatch to, Rockford Hills, a 415.
Oh, kitty, okay, so now, yeah, that's pretty much now how you customize a cop car as well. I just don't know, show off on how to actually customize these things. As I said, it's a very, very low chance of you actually messing this up, so, yeah. But it's a 100% chance if you mess it up with a police bike, as well, it's a police bike, these things are uncustomizable, unless if someone has found a way on how to customize them. But I highly doubt it. Better. Now I got it.
Somebody stop that guy.
So as you can see, we didn't get the orange that we did want. So yeah, if you don't get the orange and all that you do want, I do recommend keep trying and trying and trying. It may be costly, but in the end, it is worth it. Unless if you want something that, well, pretty much that is all nice and fun until the bullets go through its tires, and then your tires are, well, as good as the next guy's pretty much. So I'm just going to blow up this cop car here. Ow. So I gotta say the fastest way on how to dispose of them things is actually blowing them up, so that's what we've gone and done. Now I'm just gonna go back to my shed. I'm just gonna quickly call in a taxi for it. that's pretty much all that I'm going to be showing you today, is those two things. Catch you guys in the next